having fun these days? What are you doing to chill out and relax? Hopefully you're doing some of that.
Yeah, I'd like to, but I'm really actually quite wound up really tight.
Okay.
Last 3 months I've been doing films back to back and shooting day and night and stuff. So the only way I can relax is to spend some time with my son, who's a great source of entertainment for me.
Right.
And sleep. So the Bombay traffic is pathetic. But one good thing is it takes you so long that you can just if you have a good driver, you can just afford to push your seat back and go to sleep. So those two things I'm really enjoying nowadays.
Right. So what about, are you like gymming, working out, keeping yourself busy like that?
We're trying to play students in a film with Rajkumar Irani.
Yes.
So we don't want to look too muscular and everything. We're trying to just become lithe and thin. So we're trying to control our diets.
Okay. Yeah.
I look like you, sort of. And start walking. We do a lot of walking and play badminton.
Okay. Are you enjoying that?
Oh yeah, we had a lovely time. We were in Bangalore IIM, staying in the campus for close to 1.5 months.
Okay.
And we really had the bestest time. We were playing badminton and with the college students, and barring making out behind the bushes, we did everything else we did in college. So it was good fun.
Right. So if you actually had more free time, what would you like to do? If you had some time off
I would probably indulge with my hobby, which is aero modeling, or play golf, both of which I really, really miss.
Right. But I actually read somewhere that you were gonna, join the armed forces and something about the Air Force or the Navy or something like that. Is that true?
I was scheduled to join the Air Force.
Okay.
But I was 6 months too old, and they wouldn't give me a fighter plane, so I decided to take an angry walk, and that walk landed me in the film industry.
So did that have anything to do with the character in Rang De Basanti, or was that coincidental?
No, it was just a happy coincidence.
It was that strange though. It was quite similar to what I think you wanted to do, right?
That's right. So as an actor, you get to live all these lives that you would have lived or wanted to live, so it's great.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are the kind of movies that you're looking forward to? What kind of roles are you looking forward to doing?
Actually, Pulama, only great stories. I'm not really particular about what kind. As long as there's stories that are dying to be told and the director is dying to tell them, and there are producers who are super enthusiastic about making a movie of that angle, of that sort, and then I'm the man.
Right. Yeah. Actually, something else I do want to ask you is a lot of people say that this story didn't have substance, and I want to play this character, and they get really intense. And then there are a lot of people who say that some actors just take themselves too seriously. Sometimes you just want to make a fun movie where people go laugh about it, So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think even to make a fun movie where people want to go laugh about it, they need to be extremely well thought of and serious about it, You can't make a comedy without being serious about it.
Right.
So, we've done a film called Guru Yaal in Tamil, which is also based on Yes Boss, which is serious comedy.
Right.
But I don't think it was a walk in the park for us. We really had to work hard at it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you say that even comedy is pretty difficult to do as an actor as
well?
Yeah,
you have to take comedy very seriously.
This is something that a lot of actors do say. It's not as easy as it looks. So
I think it's one of the toughest.
What was the most challenging part about doing a funny role?
First of all, everybody should know the language properly, which is the biggest problem.
He's like, learn the language,
it's impossible. If I have to do comedy in English and you don't know how to speak English, and you're waiting for somebody to prompt, and I'm waiting for his timing rather than yours, it doesn't work.
Right.
It takes the whole realism out of the thing. So that was tough, and I think not to go over the top, to stay within character and do a comedy which is part of the film, rather than have a separate tag, is something that is tough.
So what do you think about things like crossover films? Now you've done one English film, right, some time ago.
Well, I don't think there's anything called crossover anymore.
Would you maybe take up another English film if the story was good again?
Yes, I certainly would. I would if I got a great story and English is a language that I'm fairly comfortable in. So I would definitely take up that.
Right, but do you think there's scope for something like that in India?
About time.
With
Slumdog Millionaire doing all these wonderful things for Indian cinema, strangely and unfortunately. Unfortunately, because it's not Indian.
Right.
It has to have a British director come and do that for us. But yeah, it's about time.
Right. Okay. So quickly, I know you've probably talked about Slumdog Millionaire a lot, but what was your take on the film as a fellow actor, someone part of the industry? What did you think about it?
I really think Rahman deserved the Oscar much earlier, not just for Slumdog Millionaire. He was Oscar worthy a long time ago. So I'm glad that it's Slumdog Millionaire that actually brought him to the limelight in the world. Scenario. Apart from that, I would take the film as a very mediocre film.
Okay.
I'm not too fond of the fact that it's a brilliant film, because I've seen other 10 Oscar nominated films and they've done much more to me than what Slumdog did to me.
Now, you yourself have been in the industry or in the limelight from quite a young age, and I'm sure your perspective has changed a lot, in the last decade or so. So, what has been the biggest change in the way that Madhavan thinks?
Actually, I gotta break you into a truth.
Okay.
I became an actor. My first film I did when I was 30, so I wasn't really young.
Okay.
Alaipayuthey was when I was 30 years old.
But you were doing a lot of stuff before that. That was your first movie, but...
I was doing TV for 3 years before that.
And
so
I used to
actually started
watch
acting.
you quite regularly also.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I know, really. But I was 3 years before that. So
Right.
I actually started acting when I was 26 or 27.
I think you have the advantage of looking really young also.
Yeah.
Maybe you
I think it's all the Thai
passed
sauce that
it
keeps
off.
me young, man.
Oh, then I'm going to look young for a while as well.
Yeah.
That's like my staple food as
Yeah,
well.
I love Thai sauce. Anyways, yeah, I think it's just the fact that, you think young, I don't stay with young people all the time. I spend a lot of time with fairly older people.
Right.
But, it's just that there's a little bit of naughtiness there somewhere, which sort of kicks in, I think, one enzyme which sort of keeps you young, I guess.
Right, yeah. So what about, like I was saying, in the way that you think, are you, less optimistic now, or some people get more optimistic as, time goes on?
No. I'm super naughty right now. I'm just a wild guy.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sometimes the work just bogs you down and you start feeling your age and more.
Yeah.
But when you're like at peace with yourself, I think I'm still pretty much a teenager at heart.
Right, so do fans still do crazy things now and then when you meet them?
I think they do crazier things now than never
Interesting.
before.
So
Yeah,
what was the recent crazy thing someone did, or something funny or hilarious?
I got asked to sign on an autograph on somebody's bra. It's getting wilder by the day. Yeah.
You're going to say, when are we going to see Madhavan doing another alaipayuthey? What is your answer to that?
As soon as I find another story like that and a heroine like Shalini, it's very important.
What would you, tell other people, like you have other young actors who really want to make it in the industry? What would be your, advice for them at this point? Because that's also something we have a lot of young people writing in saying, give us advice, help us out. What do you think counts?
I think that one of the most important things for an actor is a bag full of experience.
Okay.
So if you've suddenly jumped from your bed out of your college and decided to become an actor, you might just make it for a couple of films or a little bit.
You might just not.
or you might just not. But even if you do, I won't guarantee you a long run simply because you're devoid of experiences. You must have the ability to, garner these experiences as you go along.
Right.
So you need to attend college, even if you don't pass it. You need to be there for 3-4 years. You need to do different things like try and do a job, try and do go abroad for a wild trek, whatever you can afford in terms of experience. Even if you can't afford to go abroad, just go work in a Pizza Hut. Even if you don't need the money, but
right.
get varied experiences, and then that'll stand you in good stead when you become an actor. And that is your first and without doubt the only learning step as far as an actor is concerned. And then, of course, how dedicated you are to your